Hey there and welcome to your First Alert Weather Plus forecast. I'm Chief Meteorologist Rachel Garceau. As always, we start with what's on the way, the lay of the land for the next several days. Unfortunately, we see a strong system coming in for the weekend that will lead to the return of wet weather and some blustery winds, even some high elevation spring snowfall on deck this weekend. Temperatures, because of that system, remain on the cool side all the way through Monday. But the good news is sunshine and warmth return next week. And in fact, by the end of the work week next week, we will see highs flirting with 80 degrees. So there's our silver lining. But of course, we have some unsettled weather to get through first. That means if you have a yard to get mowed, maybe some weeds to pull or some plants to get planted, Friday looking good for all of that. Over the weekend, you may not want to do much in the way of outdoor activities. But by Monday, as that system moves out, we're back to pretty fair weather for being outdoors. But Saturday, we're talking soggy conditions, and Sunday, it's going to get windy. Good news is, as we talk about planting, the Boise area is officially out of the danger of seeing any frost for this season. Our average last frost, which is a 36-degree temperature reading, typically happens around May 13th for Boise. The latest frost that we could see for Nampa hangs on a little bit longer until the 20th, and then closer to the end of the month for the Magic Valley, where temperatures do trend a little bit cooler overall. So still sensitive plants in the ground for the Magic Valley may need to either be covered up in the coming days or maybe just hold off putting them in the ground for another week or two. Good news is, as we look at that 10-day temp trend as far as morning low temperatures in Boise, the coldest morning will be Monday as we have that shot of cooler air coming in for the weekend. Lows down around 40 degrees, and then we start rebounding back up around 50 each morning through most of the work week. That means daytime highs will climb as well. So over the weekend, by the time it all wraps up, we're down into the upper 50s in the Treasure Valley. By Sunday, normally for mid-May, we're in those low 70s. We get back to that by next Tuesday, but we don't stop there. Look at this. If this trend holds into the next weekend, we could see highs back into those mid to upper 80s, which is what we saw last weekend. But again, we have all the rain to get through first and the wind for this coming weekend. Big picture set up across the country. We see some high pressure with some moisture streaming over it down in the southeast. We have a pretty strong system that is brewing for the end of the work week over the upper Great Plains. Pretty quiet again for Thursday, Friday across most of the Northwest. We have one system coming in that will bring a few showers early Friday, but it's that stronger system for the weekend that we are watching. So here are those widespread impacts that we expect for Saturday and Sunday. Widespread showers on Saturday, some heavy, firing up in the morning and sticking around throughout the day. So again, a soggy Saturday. It won't rain all day long, but I would expect periods of precipitation off and on throughout the day. That does include some high elevation mountain snow above 5,500 feet, just light accumulations possible there. Isolated thunderstorms are possible, not likely, but possible. So Saturday afternoon and again Sunday afternoon, we could hear some rumbles of thunder. And then on Sunday, the kicker is that those blustery winds make a return. We're talking potentially some gusts up to 40 miles per hour on Sunday behind the cold front that will come through Saturday afternoon and keep that precipitation in play for most of the weekend. So looking ahead to McCall, Long Valley, West Central Mountains, light rain early Friday, clearing out Friday afternoon. Most of Friday looking pretty good after that quick hitting shot of rain early Friday. Showers move back into the picture for the West Central Mountains Saturday afternoon. Temperatures in the low 50s to start the weekend, just upper 40s on Sunday. Morning lows down near the freezing mark in McCall Sunday morning. That means we could see a rain-snow mix early Sunday, but again, accumulating snow looks to be above that 5,500 to 6,000 foot mark, but still not out of the question to see a few snowflakes across our mountain valleys by Sunday morning. Weekend outlook for the Boise area. There's our 63-degree high temperature for Saturday. Likely a soaking rain early, turning to showers throughout the afternoon. We could see a little sunshine, but I wouldn't bank on that. I think we're going to see mostly cloudy skies on Saturday. The front comes through Saturday evening, triggering another round of heavy rain and keeping showers in play at least through the morning hours on Sunday for the Boise area. Temperatures dip into the upper 50s, and there's that brisk northwest wind that will continue to howl. So mind the hairstyles and those outdoor activities, especially Saturday and Sunday. I would pull maybe those light outdoor items up closer to the house, maybe even way down the backyard trampoline and take the patio umbrella down in anticipation of those strong winds. All right, as far as future precipitation potential, it'll kind of just depend on where you are and whether you get caught in one of those pockets of heavy heavier rain. So the potential is that by Saturday night, we could see maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch across the lower elevations. This might be a little overblown for Ontario, but some spots by Sunday evening could see 1/3 to 1/2 an inch of rain, mostly in the mountains. So Cascade McCall area, this particular model is giving it 3/4 of an inch. Again, that's maybe a high estimate, but it just shows you we do expect accumulating rainfall across most of the Snake Plain and our mountain areas as well. We haven't seen rain here in the Treasure Valley since May 4th, so it has been a minute. All right, let's talk about your long-term 7-day outlook for Long Valley. We talked about the weekend with those highs in the upper 40s, possibility of some rain and or snow showers. It all starts clearing away Monday, and that will allow temperatures to rebound and sunshine to come out to play for most of the work week next week. Highs into those low to mid 60s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday around McCall. All right, Twin Falls, Magic Valley area, we have a chance of those showers Friday morning. Same setup across the Magic Valley as we see for the Treasure Valley. Temperatures dip pretty dramatically down into just the mid 50s by Sunday, with those showers coming in Saturday off and on throughout the day. Brisk, blustery winds howling on Sunday. Still breezy Monday as that system exits, and then as it does, we see sunshine coming into play. Temperatures up to 75 degrees in Twin Falls by Wednesday, upper 70s by Thursday. Highs are normally around 70 this time of year in Twin Falls. So our up and down weather pattern continues, but looking really nice by the end of next week. All right, your 7-day outlook for the Boise area. We again talked about the weekend that will end with highs in the upper 50s and those breezy winds, which likely will hang on into Monday before dying down Tuesday. Then as high pressure starts to take over, that will clear those clouds away. We won't see rain next week for most of the work week. In fact, high temperatures, as we talked about, by Thursday, upper 70s and hopefully 80s as we head into the weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in to your First Alert Weather Plus forecast. We'll see you next time.